Goals and objectives of the organization are established through the planning function. These goals and objectives have to be accomplished through individuals working together in group. The roles and positions of the individuals and also the relationship between various positions are established through the organizing function and is represented by an organization structure. The next step is to fill up the positions in the organization structure, and this is taken care of by the staffing function of management. That is, staffing involves manning of the organization structure. Staffing involves filling and keeping filled up the positions in the organization structure. Steps involved in staffing is often referred to as human resources management or HRM process in organizations. Human resources planning is basically the estimation of manpower requirements in terms of quality and quantity to satisfy the present as well as future needs of the organization. Based on this estimate, recruitment has to be initiated, and recruitment refers to discovering the source from where potential employees may be selected. Selection is the process of hiring employees among the shortlisted candidates and providing them a job in the organization. Socialization is the process of making the new employees get acquainted to the new environment of the organization. The employees will be then put for training and development, and after completion of training, their performance will be evaluated. Based on the performance, the employees may get promoted, transferred, demoted, or even separated from the organization. Whatever decision that is made at this point will have an impact on the human resource planning. In some cases, the employees might be put again for training. Compensation is the reward the employees receive in exchange for their work. Integration is the process of reconciling organizational goals with those of its members. Maintenance is concerned with protecting and promoting the physical and mental health of the employees. Human resource planning is designed to ensure that manpower needs will be constantly and appropriately met. It is accomplished through analysis of number one, internal factors such as current and expected skill needs, vacancies, departmental expansions, etc. And number two, conditions in the labor market like supply and demand of labor. Human resource planning is necessary to timely and properly manage the manpower to achieve the organizational needs. An organization that does not do manpower planning may find that it is not meeting either its personal requirements or its overall goal effectively. For example, if a company planning to increase productivity by procuring a new type of equipment does not start to hire and train the workers well in advance, then the equipment may remain idle for weeks or even months. Manager inventory chart, also known as a replacement chart, is used in replacement planning of human resource management in an organization. Manager inventory chart is a partial organization chart with managerial positions indicated and keyed as to the promotability of each incumbent. At a glance, the general manager can see where he or she stands with respect to the staffing function. In the chart, the general manager's successor is probably the production manager Prabhu, who in turn have a successor readily available to take his position, here Krishna. Even though the finance manager is also promotable, the production manager is having an advantage over the finance manager because of the fact that a manager frequently will not be promoted unless there is a successor available to take his or her place. Recruitment is developing a pool of job candidates in line with the human resource plan. Candidates are usually located through newspaper and professional journal advertisements, employment agencies, visits to college and university campuses, etc. Recruitment is the process of discovering the potential for actual or anticipated organizational vacancies. Before employees can be recruited, recruiters must have a clear idea regarding the activities and responsibilities required in the job being filled. Specific jobs need to be analyzed, and a written statement of its contents with title and location is incorporated into the organization chart. This statement is called a job description or a position description. Along with the job description, a job specification is also developed that defines the education, experience, and skills an individual must possess for the specific job. Job description for the position of a sales manager can be: Sales manager duties include hiring and training of sales staff and administration of sales department, responsible for the performance of the department, reports to zonal manager. Corresponding job specification can be: Position requires MBA degree, 6 years experience in sales and 3 years supervisory experience. Energetic and motivated individual with good interpersonal skills. Job description is a summary of what an employee will do after getting selected. Job specification is a statement showing what a person must possess for getting selected. Selection is the process of choosing the most suitable candidate to fill a vacancy or job position in the organization. It is the mutual process whereby the organization decides whether or not to make a job offer and the candidate decides whether or not to accept it. The standard hiring sequence or steps in selection process starts with the submission of job application by the candidate. This indicates the applicant's desired position and also information regarding the qualification, experience, and skills that predicts success in the job. Application form provides information for the interviews. The next step is screening of applications to ensure the qualification, experience, and skills of the applicants are as per the job specification. For positions with limited number of applicants, a screening interview is conducted which provides a quick evaluation of the applicant's suitability for the job and asks questions on experience, salary expectation, willingness to relocate, etc. This is followed by testing. Employment tests are conducted to measure applicants' job skills and the ability to learn on the job. These tests are very specific as they enable the management to identify the right type of people for the jobs. The testing is followed by background investigation, and the objective is to check the truthfulness of applicant's resume or application form. At this point, the applicant's previous supervisor will be contacted with permission and confirms the information from applicant. This is followed by an in-depth selection interview, and the objective is to find out more about the applicant as an individual. The in-depth selection interview is usually conducted by the manager to whom the applicant will report. Some organizations will conduct the background investigation after the selection interview. The selection interview is followed by physical examination And the purpose is to ensure that the candidate is physically fit to do the job. Further, it establishes health record on applicant, protects other employees against diseases, and protects firm against unjust workers' compensation claims. Final step is the job offer, that is an invitation by the organization to work in a specific position, offering a salary plus benefit package to the candidate. It should be noted that in practice, the actual selection process varies with different organizations and between levels in the same organization. The next step in the HRM process is socialization or orientation. Socialization is designed to help the selected individuals fit smoothly into the organization. Newcomers are introduced to their colleagues, acquainted with their responsibilities, and informed about the organization's culture, policies, and expectations regarding employee behavior. Socialization is followed by training and development. Training programs are meant for maintaining and improving the present job skills. On the other hand, development programs are meant for preparing the employees for the future challenges. Both managers and non-managers may benefit from training and development programs, but the mix of experiences is likely to vary. Non-managers are often trained in the technical skills, whereas the focus of training managers will be in developing conceptual and human skills. The skills or knowledge specified in the appropriate job description are examined, and those employees without necessary skills or knowledge become candidates for training program. Development of employees through training and education will have a major bearing on the long-term profitability of a concern. The methods of training can be classified into two, namely on-the-job training and off-the-job training. In on-the-job training methods, the trainees learn as they contribute to the aims of the enterprise or organization. On the other hand, off-the-job training takes place outside the workplace but attempts to simulate actual working conditions. On-the-job training methods include job rotation, in which the trainee over a period of time works on a series of jobs, thereby learning a broad variety of skills. Internship, in which job training is combined with related classroom instructions. Apprenticeship, in which the employee is trained under the guidance of a highly skilled coworker. Coaching is the training of an employee by his or her immediate superior. The superior guides his subordinates and gives him necessary instructions. The superior points out the mistakes and gives suggestions for improvement. Planned work activities involve giving trainees important work assignments to develop their experience and abilities. Trainees may be asked to head a team or participate in important meetings, etc. Training positions include giving trainees staff posts immediately under a manager, often with the title of assistant to. This will give trainees a chance to work with and model themselves after outstanding managers who might otherwise have little contact with them. Off-the-job training methods include classroom instructions, in which specialists from inside or outside the organization teach trainees a particular subject. Classroom instruction is often supplemented with various activities and exercises. In vestibule training, employees train on actual equipment and in a realistic job setting, but in a room different from one in which they will be working. The objective is to avoid the on the job pressures that might interfere with the learning process. In computer assisted instruction, the time required for training can be reduced as the training is provided with the help of a computer, and also this will allow the trainee to learn at his or her own pace. E-training means the delivery of learning or training program by electronic means. In fact, it is internet enabled learning. Next step after training and development is performance appraisal and involves measuring individuals' work against the performance standards or objectives established for his or her job. A low performance may prompt corrective actions like further training, demotions, separations, or transfer to a less important location. On the other hand, a high performance may merit a reward, bonus, or promotion. Compensation provides for the adequate and equitable remuneration of the workforce in order to secure their best contribution toward achievement of organizational objectives. It is important that worth of each job in relation to other jobs are established, and a technique used for this is job evaluation. Job evaluation is a systematic way of determining the relative value or worth of a job in an organization for the purpose of establishing a rational pay structure. Job evaluation methods include qualitative or non-analytical methods and quantitative or analytical methods. Ranking method and grading method will come under qualitative methods, and point rating method and factor comparison method will come under quantitative or analytical methods. In ranking method, the jobs are ranked from the highest to the lowest on the basis of their importance in the organization. Here, the job is not broken into the factors, but an overall analysis of the job is done. The grading method is also known as job classification method. Under this method, the job grades or classes are predetermined, and then each job is assigned to these and is evaluated accordingly. In point rating method, jobs are expressed in terms of key factors, say skill, effort, responsibility, working conditions, etc. Thereafter, points are allocated to each of these factors. Then points are summed up to determine the wage rate for the job. Jobs with similar point totals are placed in similar pay grades. In factor comparison method, both ranking and point rating method are employed together. Here the key factors are assumed to be constant for each set of jobs. Thus, each job is compared against each other on this basis and is ranked accordingly. The basic objective of human resource management is to secure maximum performance from the employees. This can be accomplished only by integrating the goals of the organization with those of its members. This requires measures like prompt redressal of employee grievances, encouraging a participative culture, empowerment, and an effective system of communication. Maintenance function is concerned with protecting and promoting the physical and mental well-being of employees. This function ensures that employees' needs are well taken care of by the management by providing benefits and services like healthcare facilities, group insurance, recreational facilities, etc.